Dave Roberts to lead things off. One of the few Padres that has swung the bat well so far in this division series. A ball and 2 strikes to Roberts. And there's strike 3 call. Bouncing ball up the middle and into center field. A base hit by Giles, his 3rd of this division series. 0-2 to Gonzalez. Fly ball short center field. Edmonds coming hard. He won't get there. Giles had to wait to make sure, so he advances 90 feet. And it's inside and low ball 4, and they are loaded for the Padres. And Carpenter has walked in a run. 2 hits, 2 walks, 1-0 San Diego. They're still loaded and still only 1 away. Double play may get him out of the inning. They'll have to hurry. Cameron runs well and legs it out. Gonzalez in from 3rd. It's 2-0 San Diego. A bases loaded walk and a fielder's choice. But again, no pictures, just numbers.
That's right. The hops were too high. Eckstein flipping to Belliard. Pujols tried to help on his end by cheating a bit at first base, but Cameron too fast.
Two big ones for San Diego. Check swing. And apparently he did not go. They appeal again to 3rd, and Jerry Davis agrees with home plate umpire Greg Gibson. That is the 3rd walk here in the opening inning by Carpenter, who is one of the best control pitchers in either league. Pitching into the 7th. Slow roller should in the inning. Eckstein to flip for the force play, but not before San Diego strikes for 2. Albert and company come to bat in the bottom of the 1st inning, trailing 2-0.
There's nobody who knows Woody Williams any better than the regime here leading the St. Louis Cardinals.
Against the Dodgers and Astros in 04, there's a 2-hopper at Barfield. He knocks it down and throws out Eckstein. Take a look at Tony La Russa's starting lineup. Brought to you by Hyundai. Preston Wilson will follow Eckstein. And then Albert Pujols, 5 hits and 12 at-bats. All 5 hits coming in the first 2 games of the series. Both Cardinal wins. Edmonds healthy in center field. Encarnacion in right. Belliard at 2nd. The big change. Spezio for Roland at 3rd. Molina behind the plate. Carpenter on the mound. 1-2 to Wilson. Hits it the other way. This one is fair. Giles over to cut it off. Wilson a big turn and slams on the brakes with a 1-out single.
Wilson going.
Breaking ball, a 1-hopper down to 3rd. And Brandon will throw high, but Gonzalez able to get it. And Edmonds hit by the pitch. 3-1 on Encarnacion. 63 pitches have been thrown in this opening frame. And that's, well, what is it? Ball 4. Woody Williams can't believe it from home plate umpire Greg Gibson. Ray Hensley, who has been a dynamite starter for the Padres through the 2nd half, getting loose. Lined into center field, and it falls in a base hit. 1 run scores, throw to the plate, cut off. And now in a rundown, but nobody's home. The runner fell down Belliard to end the inning. But the game is tied, as Belliard is now 8 for 16 against Williams, who put himself in trouble with Wilder. A bases loaded walk bringing in the 1st run, then a fielder's choice ground out by Cameron, a 2nd run. Little roller out in front of the plate. Molina will have to hurry. Got it. Molina, some kind of defender behind that dish.
Really a fine play on a fast runner. No time to scoop it into the glove. Molina barehands it, throws out Roberts.
Each team with 2 runs, each team with 2 hits. Bouncing ball deep in the hole. Eckstein's there. Cuts it loose. Picked out of the dirt by Pujols, and Carpenter bounces back with a 1-2-3 second. Yadier Molina looks at ball one. That one drilled into right center field. It's headed for the wall. Molina in with a one-out double.
But if the Padres win tonight, Eby will be the starter tomorrow in San Diego.
Carpenter gone on strikes. The first of the game by Williams, 2 away. They were counting on him as a left-hander in that rotation this season. Fly ball, center field, should in the inning. And it will. End of 2, tied at 2. He'll have another chance in short right field, but this time off his glove. Struck him out. Carpenter's second of the night. 1 hit, 1 left, middle of the third. In game 4, a 2-2 affair. Into center field, a base hit by Jim Edmonds, which loaded the bases for Ronnie Belliard in the first inning. And there's a one-hopper down to Branyan. He'll go the short way, and that's that. A hit, a man left. End of 3 in game 4. A 2-2 contest. Woody Williams, a 2-hopper to Eckstein, and Carpenter has his second 1-2-3 inning of the night. After 3.5 in St. Louis, still tied at 2. By far the #1 pitching team in the National League this season. Allowed the second fewest runs in baseball, second only to the Tigers. A 1-2-3 inning for Williams. And we'll be back after a word from your local Fox station. Roberts slaps it into left field. It will fall in front of the left fielder out there, Wilson, but he made a nice play to keep that ball in front of him. If it gets by him, that's 3 bases.
And then 4 more against the Cardinals.
He does take a breaking ball to go on and is still thrown out.
Wow. What a throw. What a throw. If this throw is not on the left corner of the bag and from the knee to the shoe, no way to get him. Quick tag by Eckstein and a marvelous throw by Yadi Molina. Boy, that was big time right there.
Strike 3 called on the inside edge, and Giles disagrees. Now Adrian Gonzalez with 2 down and nobody on. A bouncing ball to the right side, and Carpenter will get to the bag and takes the throw from Belliard. A leadoff single by Roberts, and trying to get into scoring position, chopped down by Molina.
See if Wilson takes one here. Nope.
First pitch swinging, popped up in a short right field. Giles has got it, and we march on to the 6th. Padres 2, Cardinals 2.
Seconds to get rid of the ball.
Base hit left field off the bat of Boyd.
So 1.6 is almost unheard of, and that's why Dave Duncan.
2-2. Strike 3 called, no debate about it. 3-2 to count on Mike Cameron. Runner's not going. And he chased the pitch up for strike 3. Popped up and playable. Left side of the infield for Spezio. A leadoff single. And 0 after that. Albert Pujols to start things in the Redbirds' 6th. Edmonds to follow in a 2-2 game. Throw him a fastball.
Yeah.
And it misses down low. Go ahead, run it first. Breaking ball down the right field line towards the corner. Fair ball. Giles just getting to it. They're going to wave around Pujols. Here comes the throw from right field. The Cardinals have the lead. Encarnacion. That's the first time in a postseason game he has a base hit at home.
To drive in a run. 0 for 19 prior to that hit. That covers the 2003 Marlins as Pujols is going to score. Well, we take you back to that conversation we had with the pitching coach of the Padres, Darren Balsey, saying that Woody Williams in trouble with his breaking ball early in the game. What does Encarnacion hit? A high curveball.
His right-hander, Clay Meredith. He came over from Boston on May the 1st with Josh Bard for Doug Mirabelli. Again, a 2-2 pitch. And he's in the back. Here in St. Louis. And the Imperial man delivers with a base hit to bring in Encarnacion. Spezio has been so clutch so often this year.
In our opening tonight, we talked about how Prince Albert needed help from his kingdom. Well, he's gotten it from Encarnacion and the Imperial Spezio.
Into right field, another hit. They're going to hold the runner at third as Giles throws a two-hopper to the plate. So another two-strike base hit against Meredith, and they are loaded for Chris Carpenter, who will back with a two-run lead here in the bottom of the sixth. Brandon will come to the plate. His throw is wide.
Sometimes you throw in this situation to the first base side of home plate because you're trying to avoid the runner. Branyan had to get rid of the ball quickly. Belliard a good jump at third, and an errant throw allows the Cardinals to extend their lead.
And there's a squeeze by Eckstein to perfection.
If you're the runner at third, you can't break too quickly. You don't want to give it away. Eckstein, as good as there is in the business.
Spezio, Carpenter, and the squeeze by Eckstein. We go to the seventh inning in Game 4, a 4-run Cardinal lead, and we're back after a break from your local Fox station. Tapper over the mound. Belliard knows who's running. He'll charge that ball and throw out Roberts. They stand and cheer Carpenter, the Cardinal ace. A 1-2-3, seventh inning. The Cardinals 6 outs away from the LCS. I've never heard a room as Pujols has gone on strikes. Against the New York Yankees, Barry Zito will get the ball for Oakland, and Meredith mows him down in order. We're going to the 8th inning at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Cardinals 6, Padres 2. Warming in the St. Louis bullpen. And Giles, a bleeder into right field. That'll fall in a hit.
Only 4 base runners for the Padres.
There's a bullet into right center field off the bat of Gonzalez. On his way to third is Giles, so here come the Padres. Runners on the corners with nobody out.
And the first time.
Then went to the Independent League. Came with a breaking ball, got him swinging. That is a vicious. And we've already told you everything you need to know about Josh Kenny. He's in the game with 2 on and 1 out.
Oh, River Rats. All right.
And he's facing Mike Piazza. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. This could be 2. There's 1. And that's a double play. Mark Bellhorn takes over at third base for Russell Branyan. And Clay Hensley on the ground is short. And we are on our way to the 9th. Wainwright will get the ball. And the Cardinals are trying to go to the League Championship Series for a 3rd consecutive year. Handing the ball to Adam Wainwright. He took over as the closer. One away. That ball drilled by Klesko in the straightaway center field and over the head of Jim Edmonds. And Klesko pulls up into second base. Erase the memories of the Phillies. There's a base hit into center field. And they're going to hold Ryan Klesko at third base. When you're down by 4 runs, no reason to take the chance. Breaking ball for strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
And good night. Pulls the shades down to Khalil Green.
2-2 pitch. Breaking ball on the ground, the pulls, and for the 3rd straight year, the St. Louis Cardinals advance to the National League Championship Series. This season, Tim McCarver, the St. Louis Cardinals will go in as overwhelming underdogs.
No question about it. This crowd tonight going from anxiety and gloom to glee here after the game as the Cardinals clinch it again and head to New York tomorrow afternoon, work out on Tuesday, and meet the New York Mets on Wednesday night.